Hey, it's David Martin from the Martin Home Team, and I get a lot of buyers that ask me about when the best time to buy is and if the winter time is better or worse for a buyer. And here's a couple of reasons why it's actually in your advantage to shop at this time of year and the market that we're in. The first thing is Christmas time. Christmas time has a lot that goes with it, a lot of stress, and sellers, especially if you are selling a house, it's a very stressful thing, no matter how seamless the process may be. They might be more apt to work with a lower offer if they can get it under contract going into the holidays. So just something to think about as a buyer. Also, there's not as many buyers that are just looking this time of year just because they're focused on Christmas, focused on the holiday, focused on the new year, whatever that all brings. So there's less competition on the market. What we're seeing in the market now is we're starting to see an increase in the inventory. We were at about a month's worth of inventory at the beginning part of spring and summer. We're at about 2.4 months worth of inventory now. So we are seeing an influx of inventory, so there's more houses to choose from. Your interest rate. Interest rates are not as good as they were before. So a lot of buyers have put their buying plans on hold until the interest rates come down. Well, when interest rates come down, home pricing goes up. We saw what happened when the interest rates were down in the mid 2s to low 3 percentile. So you're never going to ride out that interest rate. You're never going to ride it out for 30 years. Statistically, you'll either refinance or sell your house in the first 5 to 7 years. So you buy a house when the market is declining a little bit, interest rates are a little bit higher. When interest rates come down, you refinance into that lower rate. And on top of that, they have buy down programs to where the lender will actually pay for you to have a point better interest rate for the first year that you have your house. Something to think about there is Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac probably wouldn't authorize a program like that unless they had pretty good indication that they're going to be dropping the interest rates down. So one thing to think about, the housing market is what sets inflation in the country. It's always going to move forward. It's the biggest exchange of money. That's how inflation works. So your housing market is always going to continue to incline. It's going to have dips in the market here or there. But if you go into it with a strategy, not just throwing money at it just to get something under contract, you can always work the numbers in your advantage as long as you're patient. So we work with a ton of buyers. We have a lot of different strategies that we use to try to find off-market properties, as well as the way that we write our offers to try to give our buyers a little bit of leverage in this changing market. So if you have any questions or if you're thinking about getting in the market, feel free to reach out. I'd love to work with you. Have an awesome rest of your day. Have a happy holiday, and we'll talk to you in 2023.